I used to be the kid that everyone picked on. I'm saying racial slurs. Constantly made fun of for being skinny. I couldn't put on weight. And for being weird, I was a really weird kid. Maybe I deserved it. But in my childhood, I was literally bullied every single day. I couldn't make eye contact with girls. I'd see a girl that I find attractive and I'd freeze every single time. My heart would feel like it's dropping out of my ass and I'd talk myself out of it every single time. Fast forward to today and I run a dating coaching business. I've approached hundreds of women and I help guys who were exactly like me transform their dating lives. But honestly, it took me years to figure this all out. And what I learned from being bullied actually taught me all the lessons I needed that I was never taught growing up. So if you've ever felt invisible, like the guy that's watching other people win while you're sitting on the sidelines, stick around because I'm about to share the 5 lessons that completely transformed my dating life. And the 5th one is the one that actually got me results. Let's get started. Lesson 1. Being good doesn't make you attractive. When I was a kid, I was very much a good kid at school. An extremely good kid, I'm saying. So back then when I was in elementary school, they did awards for different character traits, like respect, fairness, empathy, initiative, things of that nature. And believe it or not, I always won these awards. Empathy awards, fairness awards, respect awards. And this is probably because my parents always told me to be the bigger person. Never fight fire with fire. Turn the other cheek. So whenever kids bullied me or tried to pick on me, I would never fight back. I thought if I was always good, if I was always kind, then things would naturally get better. But they didn't. I just became invisible. And because I was always rewarded on my character, I thought my character was a direct reflection of my worth. So when I grew up and started dating girls, I was always trying to be the kindest guy, the most respectful guy, the most empathetic guy. But that's when I learned the hard lesson that being good does not necessarily make you attractive. Women are not attracted to the guy that's trying to be nice all the time. They're attracted to the guy that's actually confident enough to stand his ground. Being a pacifist, being a good kid ultimately just made me weak. So stop trying to be the perfect gentleman. Stop people pleasing. If you disagree with her, just say it. If you want to do something and you think there's a chance it's gonna make someone slightly uncomfortable, just do it. Don't compromise who you are just to try to make her like you. Because the moment you do that, she loses all the respect for you. Lesson number 2. Lesson number 2 that I learned is that hesitation kills more dreams than rejection ever could. In high school and university, I'd see girls that I was super attracted to. I'd feel that pull, that urge to go and talk to them, but I'd freeze every single time. I'd conjure these thoughts in my mind. She's probably not interested. What if she rejects me? What if I say something stupid? And I'd walk away every single time. And you know what that did for me? Nothing. Years of being invisible, years of watching other guys who were no better inherently than me live the life that I wanted. And I truly mean it when I say that the difference between those guys and me wasn't necessarily looks, athletic prowess, status, bank account, or even game for that matter. Those guys just didn't hesitate. I hesitated. I overthought the situation. Those guys didn't think twice about the situation. They were no smarter than me. They were simply more decisive. The real enemy is hesitation, not rejection. Rejection is your friend. Every time you see a girl you want to talk to but you don't, you lose. Not because she rejected you, but because you rejected yourself. So the next time you see a girl you're attracted to, practice the hesitation rule. As soon as that hesitation kicks in your brain, move your feet forward and open your mouth. Say hey, say hi, say excuse me. Let your brain fill in the rest. Train your brain to have a direct signal between hesitation and action. It needs to be simultaneous. Don't think at all. Don't overthink. Be a fucking caveman and just act. Because the moment that you hesitate and buy into the hesitation, your brain will find any excuse to get you out of that uncomfortable situation. And you'll be trapped in that cycle of hesitation, inaction, perpetually for years. Lesson number 3, discomfort is where you grow. So what actually changed for me? There was one particular night where I was bawling my eyes out into my pillow like a fucking bitch. And I realized that nobody is coming to save me. Not my parents, not karma, not some magical moment where everything just starts to click. If I wanted my life to change, I had to change it. So I forced myself to do the thing that scared me the most, which was simply approaching women. And during those first 2 years of me actually applying myself, I probably got rejected more than most people do in their entire lives. Girls ignored me all the time, girls walked away, girls gave me one-word answers, girls even fucking laughed at me. And every time that voice in my head would be like, see Chris, I told you you're not good enough. But here's the thing, every time I got rejected, I came came back stronger. You don't grow in comfort, you only grow in discomfort. All those years that I spent trying to stay safe, that's what kept me weak. The only thing that actually made me stronger was doing the one thing that genuinely terrified me. So start purposefully putting yourself in uncomfortable situations. Approach that girl, start the conversation, risk rejection, post that piece of content, reach out to that old friend, start that business, get in the gym. Whatever it is, make yourself uncomfortable. You should not be comfortable being comfortable, because that means you're not growing. You should be very uncomfortable in comfortability, because I'm telling you, on the other side of that fear, there's a version of you that's confident, free, and feels like he's actually living. Lesson number 4, morality does not protect you. Conviction does. When I was younger, I believed in karmic retribution. I used to believe that morality was the end-all be-all. I thought if I was good and did all the good things I was supposed to do, like a good boy, then good things would inevitably happen to me. If I was kind and didn't fight back, if I didn't make that girl uncomfortable, then karma would have to reward me. But it didn't work that way. The kids that bullied me when I was younger, nothing bad happened to them. Me being the good kid all the time just made me a target. And the lesson I learned in retrospect is that the world doesn't reward kindness, it rewards conviction. The guys that ultimately get what they want in life aren't always the nicest guys. They aren't always the best people from a moralistic perspective. The guys that win in life are the guys that have enough conviction to take action, even when it's uncomfortable. And they have a tremendous amount of conviction that them doing the thing that they're doing is 100% gonna lead to a certain result. So what I'm saying is, you need to stop waiting for permission. Stop trying to be likable. If you want something, go get it. Stand up for yourself. Be selfish when you need to be. Because what I didn't realize when I was younger, even following me into high school and university, is that if you don't put yourself first, nobody is gonna put you first. To some extent, you need to be selfish to get what you want. Maybe you're not approaching girls because you don't want to make them uncomfortable. You don't want to put them in an uncomfortable position. But when you think this way, you're putting everyone else first except for yourself. You're neglecting your own wants and needs to try to people please everyone else. Be a bit more selfish, because at the end of the day, nobody gives a fuck about your dating life except you. Lesson number 5, you have to take action because nobody else will. I mean it when I say that I waited for years. I waited for the right moment. I waited to feel confident enough. I waited to feel good looking enough. I waited to feel like I had a certain amount of money or status. I waited for a moment where things would just magically fall into place. And guess what happened? Nothing. The guys who were all around me, who were successful with women, they didn't necessarily know anything about game that I didn't know. They just took action. They just approached. They made the move. And that's when it clicked for me. Nobody's coming to save you. You need to save yourself. The only real difference between the guy that gets what he wants and the guy who doesn't is action. And the action a lot of the time is a byproduct of your sense of urgency. When I was consuming hard red pill content that was telling me I needed like expensive cars, I needed to be super fucking jacked and shredded, I needed a massive Instagram, I needed to social proof everything. Before I actually try to communicate with women, this whole mindset literally set me back. I could have started approaching and communicating with women a lot sooner if I didn't subscribe to that fucking dumbass mindset. And unfortunately, a lot of guys do this for a lot longer than I did. A lot of guys literally ignore the whole concept of improving your social skills, improving your game, improving your confidence, just to solely focus on stacking up money or building up some kind of status, because they think that these factors are a prerequisite to communicating with attractive women. The issue is that we're human beings. We're wired to communicate. We're wired to socialize. We're wired for human connection. Focus on improving every aspect of your life, don't get me wrong, but don't neglect human connection. Those were the 5 most important lessons I learned throughout my life that transformed my dating life. So here's what I want you to do. Stop waiting. Stop talking yourself out of it. Stop being the guy who watches everyone else live the life that you want. If you see a girl and you want to talk to her, talk to her. If you're scared, do it anyway, because you're not gonna grow sitting at home. You're not gonna grow swiping on fucking apps. You're gonna grow by doing the one thing that scares you. And if you need help with that and you're ready to stop being invisible and actually start living, click the link in the description to see if you qualify for our mentorship. Because trust me, I've been where you are. I know what it's like to feel powerless. I know what it's like to feel like you're not enough. And I also know what it's like to break out of that. So if you're serious about making a change, click the link below to apply for our mentorship. Let's take action. That's it for this video. I'll see you in the next one.